Just because of the Teo.
I mean, we know that Jian's proficient on his Astra, but
These two combo incredibly well.
Something new for them. Whether or not it's going to work, I mean, yeah, do we send it back to 1985? Like,
all right, we got DRX on.
Indeed. At least it starts
Oh,
off
there we
with
go.
The
There's the combo.
takes down flashback right off the rip.
Yeah, good combo.
Yeah, we said the combo straight away, and
bringing back on Tejo as well.
we get the proof.
Remember all of his strengths from back when.
Teva goes in, salvos go out,
Of course.
and that's why we use the.
For a bit of that info.
Well, that's why they're using the fade instead of the Sova.
Art's getting a little bit hungry up through mid by himself. Bane though stuck.
And at least DRX happy to turn back around to find a shot. Straight in through mid though.
Oh no.
That would be the weak point.
Oh no.
They found Jinbung. DFM
Okay,
quick to
they got one. They got one and they got spike and they delayed a little bit.
But instantly picked back up by Mako. They
Door gets closed. It's pretty much an even.
DFM's face.
I say even. It's after plant and freeing his salvos.
Oh. Your numbers here. Some time to be bought by freeing on the salvos. He's still got a drone that he can use later.
Oh, he's not going to get it in the after plant now.
He's actually in B main.
So that could be a factor coming through on this retake, but DFM looking to clean house. Tailwind propped up, May in for that check.
Didn't spot it.
Wow. So nothing found, and May might just assume that B main is clear. Which would be fine. You still have to deal with these early players on. Mako, though, looking for that pick, and there it is. The shot out from the back. Another one from the site.
Yeah.
Didn't need the afterbound salvos.
Freeing tucking himself in deep B main nicely as well. So when May goes for the clear, he's not spotted out, and then he can pop his head back a little bit later.
3-0 for the pistols, even with the nice combo start at the beginning here.
I do like the combo, right? Yeah, you heard it from Big Time earlier on. It's a modern
Ascent. I liked what they did though. They did Teo, and then the Teva's a little delayed. So it's like as soon as you see the salvos go in, you want to try get out of there. Then you get caught by it, then you're dragged back into the last salvo. They put some thought process behind it, we like that. May has a Sheriff and DRX go for the old school FPX, so they're allowed 2 deaths.
From that lead that you had over on map number 1.
And 2 of them playing for the eco, so DRX at least taking a little bit of their own time, not wanting to put themselves in range of any potential util combos coming through, at least a bit of an outdoor being picked up. And DFM stacking up on the A site with their pistols.
Got to be careful if you're getting too close though and not get very tunnel visioned into the other side. So it's good to see that Hyunmin does clear that one. And this is where the rest of DRX can just charge.
Very much so. I mean,
all the combos again.
Yeah, slight combos. Bit of a kill out from Art,
they
but
are averaging a combo kill around.
These protocols very well drilled.
Flashback is so far away that he can't pick up one of the guns, so they just take a gun away from him.
Quick picks and well, 1 rifle dropped, so not the biggest loss.
Sahirans, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate the 4 months.
The entire system, everything done with the hands of Coach Termi and the entire coaching staff, honestly, for DRX.
Yeah, I mean, when I think DRX as an org, I think about
Alpha, yeah, probably.
On Ascent in the very beginning, and I think
you would imagine it should be so hard to hold a site against this.
Been kind of the staple map where we're getting some really good victories, or we're getting some extremely close regulation losses, or wins, or overtime wins, and everything. Most recently, you know, before the map disappeared, it wasn't looking too good, which is why I was like, hey, is this going to be a bit shaky for them? But you got to just remember, again, DRX are just finding their own new form with this own new roster on it, own little spin. Modern DFM, I mean, you got to go in with confidence, you got to go in with your own new look here. I think the triple
no, they didn't do that here, Sonya. There's no point in changing like the clock timing here because it's meant to be for like the sun, right? But obviously,
how are you putting May up
the sun's, when we get to summer, the sun's out for 20 hours anyway. It doesn't matter about the hour change. Like it's going to be sunny at 3 a.m. no matter what.
I mean, again, DFM are the ones who selected this map. DRX being very, very careful. And there it is, that pickup. Quick in with a bit of a possible contact play. Yeah, Salvos to slow it down though.
0 point hitting 3, so they're just going to wait for their flash to come in from Marco, which they do, and now tries to scale into sight.
Big Joe.
Things been smoked off.
Big Joe.
Will Kame have an answer? May at least trying to hold out by stairs. Akame goes down, but right back into it, Mako for the frag.
Nice trades.
Art comes in with his faithful Ulden, but
surely he's got the
Spike gets
spam
planted
kill in and
nonetheless.
hit.
Flashback in
They
with a big flank.
do
Yeah,
think
expect
that
this
they
one. The
might.
answer is yes, GM
Ooh.
dispatches of him, so 2-on-2, spotted by drone.
Huge white step. Hyunmin and Bane to anchor. Up
No,
towards
the
lane.
timing's
Hyunmin gets
crazy.
ahead of the game. And it's a low HP gen, so quick answers being found
No,
by
the
DRX.
start like
bonus
this
picked up.
again.
Yeah, they caught Art with a special delivery in hand, which is quite unfortunate for him as well when you consider that that is the bonus round, right? Some good ideas from DRX.
It's on 24/7. Yeah, it's starting to flip the other way at the moment. It's
side
pretty
of
normal
things.
at the
You think
moment,
maybe
but in
this
like a
may
month
be
it will
0
be
point
like
light stall
18
the
hours
tracks,
of
but you gotta
sunlight.
remember, DRX
think.
aren't going to respect that. They're still going to have another little contingent play behind that, another layer that we're peeling off this onion to just get in.
Keep it up.
And, well, it looks a little bit too teary for DFM, unfortunately.
That's what happens when you try to peel onions back. I need to bring some goggles. Oh God, what am I saying? DFM.
I'll give you a little tip, by the way, if you are going to cut some onions. Put it in the freezer for a few minutes beforehand and you won't tear up.
I've heard loads of those.
Mm.
You cut them in water or something. Okay. I don't know. The thing is, DFM needs to be
What
the
did he
ones-
say?
need
Put
to
the
be the ones to
put the
figure
onion
that out.
in
You've got
the
that little
Oh, yeah.
2-1-2 split right now. A bit more
put the onion in the
information around
freezer
mid.
for how long?
But is that going to be enough? I mean, look at how DRX are working their way across the map.
Isn't your freezer then gonna smell of
once again,
onions?
we're back in towards this B main position.
Freezer for
I
a couple of
appreciate the
minutes. A
risk
couple of
on
minutes,
going
is
for
that it?
something unorthodox with the agent picks. But
That's kinda nuts.
sometimes, you know, you need teams to just go back to something meta and try to figure out the fundamentals.
And that's what this meta is, especially with the addition of the Teo and the Vise, freeing a bit more support. Watch us towards the back right now, and that's the spike planted. Just Gen left in the round.
Spike planted.
And just the eco again to come through from DFM. You know, it would be interesting for me, and I'm sure a lot of people out there as well, had DFM, you know, potentially come into this picking, you know, the agents that DRX have, for example.
You know, Chad, you know the game's
What it would look
you know
like.
the game's cooked if we're talking about onions,
That
man.
is a question that I would like answered, but at least currently, it is just DRX.
Yeah.
we're
And now I want to see something
we're
strong. I
so
want to see
done.
something bold from DFM, right?
You have the triple in it.
You got the triple in it. You've got Art with the Armageddon. You know, one of the I'll call it the faults of this roster is going to be that they can't, you know, do one ways over at A main. For example, playing on the Astra, not as good. So you play that in as a factor. How else are you gathering A main control? You know, are you setting up some pop flashes? Are you prowlering? Are you seize trapping with salvos? Those are some options.
Yes, feeds. I'll do it at
Takes a
one
couple
point.
more, you
That
know,
sounds
thought
cool.
processes and combinations
Okay,
to be able to get that happening.
big
This time,
buy
however, it
runs,
looks like
and they go for the
DRX, they wanna
fast
speed
B, and
things
there's
up
oh no, they
towards
go for the
B.
fast B, and DFM wanted to do a fast. Exec over towards A. Can't get much worse for DFM. They gambled a little bit wrong on this one. That's a great kill though. Spam through the smoke. No one can send it in because of the thorns. Ult goes in. It doesn't do too much. If Freeing gets a kill, he gets his ult.
5 versus 4.
5 versus 4, and this flash is gonna let them know that.
Couple of sprays as well. They might have noted flashback's position.
Did he pop the flash yet?
Good
You
timing.
still need to initiate these fights into the site itself.
No, he did.
A little bit more of the special
Damn, what a
delivery,
KO
and
flash
that's
that
the
was.
flash, allowing for Gen to sneak in, but freeing alongside Mako, playing a little bit of an anti-flash position. They are able to swing out at the right time.
And surely Art's
Akame and Jin will
absolutely
come
owned
back in
him.
as well. And
Okay,
with flashback's
nice.
position noted, it's going to be the cleanup crew, Art, being able to pick up
Kame
the
had some
round for
lovely
DFM.
flashes during
The
this.
flash as well in there from
Yeah.
Akame to set his team up for the actual site take, but some just good patience from DFM, right?
What
Early
team do you
on,
think has the
dispatching
best
of Bane,
aimers?
So it's the 5 versus 4 advantage, and yeah, you use the
It's hard at the
Armageddon, it
moment.
doesn't find
Am
any
I mad
kills.
for saying
It's a lot of
MIBR
space,
might be up
actually,
there?
but, you know, it provides you just enough.
in there in the
so
top
you've
3.
got your numbers to go in for the retake completely.
And that's kind of the thing about Ascent, you know, going back to those fundamentals, being able to pick things
Vitality.
up clean, play
Yeah.
along those retakes.
Yeah, I think it
One
is
of the biggest things
vitality.
is what do the fundamentals look like for DFM with this sort of agent pool? They've got a lot of that
Vitality,
showing that they can
MIBR,
get
then
in.
+1.
You know, information, removal of abilities, though this time, here we go. A technical one way, if you want to call it, with this,
E1.
this Astra smoke. So it does work,
EDG?
but it's not refreshing.
Depends what day you
Is
get
the point that I
EDG
was
on,
trying
man.
to make it about earlier on, likewise of an omen, right? So you use that one way, and if it's disrespected and they get in front of it, well, that's a star gone.
And now down to just 2 stars remaining, 1 in the pocket.
DRX. I would say I would probably put DRX around like 4th, 5th. It's hard to compete with T1, T1 Vitality, and MIBR in terms of just pure aim. And then you're probably saying EDG 4th, DRX 5th, something like that.
Working their way across the
Put them in 5th, 6th again, yeah.
Cutting noise.
They can't beat it no matter what.
I like the idea as well that DFM are playing very close to this choke, expecting any contact plays or any Armageddons to the back of the site. They will dodge them all.
That's fair. They haven't spotted anything else across the map, but here comes DRX with their own execute.
Huge, bro.
A bit of a triple spin.
Okay, 2 in a row. Yeah, we got to start paying attention. Money's about to be... Well, the money's actually kind of good. There's going to be a couple of people that won't be able to buy next. And by a couple, I literally mean 2.
Your player over at Switch takes all of the aggression. Your player over
they get the op out on May as well now. They got some ults.
And get some good spray transfers there.
Jimbung's 1 away from his fatal.
Exactly what needed, and just as clean.
Not phased too much though at the moment. DRX.
Hermes fond of that sometimes, you know.
Very straight-faced.
Leaving it to the players to figure it out on their own, especially 100%. On a map where, you know, they've innovated everything. So back into it. May now pulls out the op. Haven't seen too much, but that definitely is a little bit of that win factor. 50% of it for May.
If you're getting May on one line, then he can be confident enough to just hold by himself. You do open up the rest of the map for your team to just start to clear out with a lot of this, you know, utility that the initiators will provide. Just asking GN when you need your smokes, when you need your sucks or fake smokes, you know, all the utility that you can hope to provide. Though at the moment, this is where you just need your guns already.
Okay. Very defensive from DFM, but here it comes.
It's a great setup from them. Instant reaction. Oh, that Omen flash was awesome.
DRX to sneak into the A side until that is May swings out with
nice shot.
GN now
nice timing on this as well. Dude, they look nice. These last 3 rounds have been great. Everyone's playing together. Everyone's playing smart. Little trap play over towards middle. Gonna stop DRX from feeling like they can take middle easy. I like that DFM did this early as well, because like obviously they have the no sentinel comp, so you kind of got to punish middle at one point.
Starting to find out a little bit of what is working for them, bit of patient play. I like the trap play that they have set up in mid as well, behind that dark cover, right? A little lob of the flash drive, swinging together as a unit, 3 of them to crunch on it.
Ooh. And now a different look as well. We've had, you know, early aiming presence out from DFM, this time a little bit more in towards B again.
On the default, DRX put the wall in
needing to find more information before they crack things open.
Gonna have to contend with 2 pretty damaging ultimates on DRX's side here, though.
Not the worst.
Armageddon and Hunter's Fury, which you could technically cancel depending where Kame is playing.
Yeah, ults online on both sides. But once again, information, hence the drone back into mid.
Yeah.
Smoking things off.
And DFM are happy to sit and wait. Playing 2 in towards B main, forward line. DFM May watching mid.
Do you think the main issue is with Paper X? Oh, we spoke about it a little bit, man.
This is good.
Okay, Prowler.
That's
the route that they took requires a lot of time.
Extremely careful that it's just not being
basically it.
Now that drone kind of gives you all that information.
A lot of people learning new roles. They don't really have the time for it.
But it's timing. Call 4 of them. Could you imagine if there was?
I was gonna say, imagine a little Teo combo on top of that. It's 4 kills.
Still though, it's quite a bit baited out now. And the timer continues to tick down where DRX looking for that entryway into the A site. It's going to be blocked off by the Odin of Art.
Yeah,
repositions
okay,
as well.
A is a little weak right now.
DRX at the moment, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start to speed
yeah, Gen's in trouble. Oh, what a perfect ult this was. Yeah, I'm not sure he could have I'm not actually sure that he could have got out of there at all.
Kept honest. Jinbum now trying to rotate over, spotted out by Flashback. The lurk becomes effective. You've got the null command. But will it help too much? You got to break down the door. You've got to find a little bit more headway into the site, and a lot of these angles are being locked off.
And look what Flashback's doing, but May's reading him.
Oh, May able to eliminate the lurk. makes things a little bit possible, but the spike
And they
timer
might
still
do
ticking
this.
away. May dashes
Oh
in
my god,
as the
especially when
blade's
May's
out,
doing
and
this.
he's
Is he
looking
going to
for
wait
the
for
updraft
art?
in towards the
No, he's
single
just sending
player.
it.
The next
Dude, they
one
don't
down, and that's gonna be a
they don't
Kame
even need art.
to
Art's
help out
down in
as
the
well.
corner like, guys, I've got the
DFM
most
finds
perfect
a
flank. I'm
round.
here,
A very
ready.
successful one
Everyone's
back
dead.
against
May's killed them
DRX.
all.
Yeah, and DRX have to recognize now that the slower plays are not really
Yep,
working
he's here for the
too much
defuse,
for them
though.
in the early game, even to the mid game of these
He'll take that
rounds. So
one.
wouldn't be surprised if there's
Nice
some
round
sort of
from May.
adjustment for a little
On
bit
top
of
of
a
the
faster play,
luck
or at
as
least
well.
to try and get an opening frag.
Maybe a little bit. Having, you know, 4 successful rounds now in a row. But definitely both sides playing this chess game. Retakes a little bit more successful for DFM
May
now.
mechanics,
Ooh, and
he
the timeout.
is one of the best mechanics in the world.
First one of the series as well.
There's
called
no
by
doubt in my
DRX.
mind.
You know, not seeing one by DFM after the 4 rounds in a row to start off the map too early. You know, you let the team have some ideas first, and their ideas were quite successful, right? So this is, I don't know if I would call it worrying for DRX, but there's enough concern that we need some coach intervention.
Definitely a lot more so. I mean, especially when you consider the fact that a lot of it is just DFM concealing everything. They're keeping themselves into a lot of these positions where
Do you think it's the best
DRX
IGL
are
and coach right now?
slowly,
It's pretty much
carefully
impossible
making
to
their way
say.
across the map.
Like, we only get to see
Back then,
15,
it was a bit of
10%
that B main pressure before they
of
collated
everything,
everything
so
into
we don't
the A
really know.
site. But DFM has answers in the form of these retakes. It was just a null command spent.
And it's interesting, right? Because so far we've seen some really good attacking sides from DRX on like Haven and then Lotus and even on Icebox for that matter. So, you know, if we're still seeing some really good attacking sides for them on Ascent, well, that's just another map that you're going to have to really look to counter them. And well, you want to see how far forward they're going to be able to get right now,
They've
right?
been doing
So
this.
timeout's done.
They've been doing this a little bit.
That's who DRX are, the Titans of Pacific.
Okay, are they gonna
winners
react to
from the kickoff.
losing middle? Yeah, they
Here
are.
comes
But
DFM with their correction
No
of their own.
way.
Oh, spinning back around. That Odin comes in
no
handy.
way, and the spikes
Although it
down.
was the rifles that picked up those kills.
They have a
now
lot.
just
They have a
him and
lot of stuff ready
alongside a couple more
for like
teammates looking
reactions
to take
of
down the B site.
Yeah,
of
but
like
you know
losing
you've lost
middle.
B main control
I've
as
seen it
well,
get
so there's
aggro
now
short when they
3
lose mid.
potential
They
angles
punish
that
middle.
you're gonna get
They push
retaken
middle
from.
once.
At
Sorry,
least
they
the
push
door
B
is
once they
shut,
lose
and
middle.
They do have
They got a lot of stuff
spawn smoked off.
in terms of
Looking to
reactions
find
of
some
just like
progression
this
back in to
happens, we're
clear
gonna
out
do
B main.
this.
It's the blades though. So
And they're
the
hitting
mid,
shots.
Unfortunately, not too
This is looking like
successful outcoming.
kickoff.
Able to find a couple more.
Kickoff DFM.
Just
Wait, not kickoff. Sorry, off season.
the drone as well. And he dances back and forth, but
Damn,
Akame
really nice.
happy to go back in for the quad picked up. And DFM finds the
Yeah.
lead.
I mean, we're talking about what's working for DFM, right? It's being patient. It's letting DRX get on towards these lines. But after the timeout, well,
Very
let's just
hype on
change up
Coach
our
Pal
game
at the
plan
moment. Yeah, the
completely
coaching
and
stuff in
make,
BBL is
DRX
doing
guess,
work
right?
over there.
Catch them unawares, and it's kind of what happens. B main aggression, getting 2 opening kills, forcing them to adjust a little bit. It's a little bit unfortunate for Flashback that the gun can't penetrate the corner of the wall to get anything as well. So you got to give credit
Whoa.
to Akame. Those are some absolutely
Holy,
shots
bro.
to come out.
Yeah, very well deserved celebration. Oh my god, indeed. Off of a timeout
That
like
second
that's
shot in,
exactly the kind of round you need to
B main
throw a
is
wrench in DRX's
incredibly
plans.
fast.
Not just that, a bit of a swing round as well. I mean, DRX's economy now down in the dumps.
Yep.
3 stingers, 2 sheriffs.
Ooh, this is ambitious.
Dude, they got a lot of
Well,
setups.
no, I was going to say from May jumping in mid
Lot
with the
of
operator.
setups.
DRX, it's a little bit just. how
This
you
guy
going? Straight
doesn't miss
towards
at the
A
moment.
site, though without flashback.
Okay.
Spike planted.
At least you still have all the
Mendoza's
information
back. Yeah, I saw a clip
DRX
of him
happy to pick
playing.
up in terms of the economy.
Saw a was it a 3-can split?
Now looking to get aggressive ahead of these possible retakes. Cosmic
Fatal
Defy, though,
goes
as well,
in.
to keep them locked into place.
They
My stinger doesn't do that.
interesting.
Oh, and here comes the Odin spam. RXGN as well with the
Dude, they're making
shorties.
really
The
good
only
use of
one
the
left on
fade
the
at the
other end
moment. We've got to
being
give them that. They
silenced
Astra
out by
ult, they
Akame.
isolate the site itself,
Just
they
made a
fade
casualty
ult
as an operator
anyone
down
that's
if they
behind
wanna
it,
go
and
and
then
reclaim
obviously
that.
they just spam because they're all
Good
low
rounds.
HP.
Yeah, I know.
And then they deal with the last person with a lurker over towards door. They're incredibly drilled on this map at the moment. They have so much stuff.
DFM.
Every single round has been a
lead, 6
new.
rounds, their map pick of
Every single round has
choice.
been a new strat,
Good resurgency after the
and they
0-4
have set
start.
reactions for the strats.
Here we go. Odin, go, burn. Not even seeing
Pabloski,
the opponent.
thank you so much for the
Not
prime.
even
Thank you,
seeing
thank you.
the opponents.
Appreciate the 21 months.
I'm used to seeing that happen through the B main wall that we stopped happening with metal plates.
Dude, I feel like
It's on the
the
A side
fade
now.
is
Please vision what
an
you've got.
Odin main
Bullets.
stream. You got the ult that takes them down low damage. You got the tether that takes them low
haven't quite
damage.
seen a full side,
and holds them in a
clean set
spot.
execute so far.
B main control again by the Prowler, commanding a bit of
Okay,
respect.
Kien has a lot of money and opts for a judge. Probably has a backup gun as well.
I do not want to be holding an operator.
maybe he
going
doesn't have a
against
backup
the
gun.
judge. That is not a duel that you're going to be winning.
Salvos
Gonna leave
as
this
well.
here.
Yep, buy space, make him have to fully re-clear.
Okay, he
out
does have a
towards
backup
main.
gun, but very far away
Didn't
over
really
towards
see
7.
Free move
Um,
away, so he can hold that.
I
for
like
his
that though
territory
with the
at
money,
moment.
because they're now going to think there's a judge here.
You gotta worry a little bit more about mid as well as a short. And that's what those prowlers are for. Jinbo now confirming
Ooh, great
information,
shot.
but he gets punished
But
by
it's still
Hyunmin.
2B
Yeah,
if they
we've
fast
seen
react, and they can't
Wells
really
lay
fast
a
react
lot
because
on these
Spike's
jump
over towards
spots
here.
across both maps now.
Hyunmin, I mean, smart to anticipate it as well. Now anticipating the
Not
next
another
possible
pick.
angle, but
Oh
it's
my
quickly
god,
checked and
he
cleared
doesn't
by
lose an
Akame.
angel at the moment,
Back in
which
towards B
means
main, and you've got May
he
with an
loses
operator
the
of
next
his own.
angel, I think.
Flashback denied.
Yeah.
DRX
See.
just scrambling.
Ooh, there might
Guy
be
in
a
spawn.
little bit of timing here
I mean,
from
that one
two
doesn't count, he's
accounts,
not got
and
his
it
gun
works
out.
a treat. Bane and Marco have slipped into some sneaky spots.
Ah, with the
Game
info,
favor
did they
for
need to
DRX,
do
a 3
this?
versus 2.
No,
Art's
they
footsteps.
didn't.
I mean, he was running. I don't think it would have been heard from Bane, but it doesn't matter if he just keeps his crosshair aligned on the right spot. There it is, Quack. DRX are finally making it work.
It's been a while since they had made a
Positions
mistake,
which
though. It's the
DFM
first one I've seen in like,
unfortunately
what,
just
3
weren't quite aware
rounds?
to check. Still a little bit too focused in towards, you know, pizza market. Jin now trying to start things off, but as the smoke blooms and
Can
dissipates,
GE beat this
Mako
DRX?
quick on the draw.
The thing is, I need to
Quick
see
on
more
it,
of
in a 3
GE.
versus 1. Shouldn't be
I've
dropping
only
when you
seen
do
2
figure
maps,
out
and they
where
look
he's
very
coming
good on
from.
2
So
maps,
finally,
but
there will be an answer
it's
back
like,
for DRX, but
I feel like I've
we're already
seen
considering,
10 times
you know,
more
that
of
it's looking
DRX than I
okay
have
for them
GE.
when we consider that the switch is going to be on the next half. You've got a lot of initiator ability for DFM,
Especially
where, you know,
GE
when you're
with
thinking about them
Patrick.
coming out with a composition like this, they're going to be going onto the attacking side soon.
Oh.
They're gonna have, you know, all of these drills and different options with all of this initiator util.
Okay, last round they want to go fast on this. What is Hyunmin going to send it with an op, or?
The fade, the Taeho over towards this B site.
That's what you have with the triple initiator. So a lot of
Guys,
information, but
ult
here
gets
comes
sped up with the
Armageddon as
tail
well
as well.
as Nightfall.
Sova
A lot
ult's
of it
involved
all
as well
dumped
to
into
go over
this 1v
towards site.
position where DRX
Where do you
able to fire
hide
back
on
against
site
DFM.
here? That
The
is
site has been
disgusting.
cracked open.
Yeah, they just
There
obliterated
was
3
not many
very
places you could
rapidly.
hide, especially with
Yeah,
the
it's gonna be
Sova
quite difficult
ult
for Jien and
going
Akame
off.
to get back, make it just the ladder.
Oh my. Sure, you've got null command and a full kit, but you're all alone.
Yeah.
Dude, DFM did good to get
Use the
6 here.
null
They
command,
had a
just
rough
kinda giving
start.
away your position, right?
Starting,
I was honestly
starting things off with a little
kind of
bit of
tuned
information
out.
At least, or, you know, trying to sell a little bit more
In the
around
first 4
door.
rounds, and
Armageddon
then-
confirms that he isn't quite there though.
Then
But look
they
at
they pulled me
DRX,
back
their
in.
crosshairs. Surely some of them check in towards spawn, and there it is. Headshot to clean
And their
things up,
attack
but
should be
DRX will tie up
very
the score
strong.
at the end of
Like
the
Art,
first half.
sorry,
Yeah, take
May
away
should be
2
able
at the
to
end there,
farm.
make it,
Because I feel like there is so much util to set him up
It'll just
here.
be for who can get a leg up, right? If you can get a good start on this defensive side for
Oh my god.
for DFM.
Patrick's here. Hello, mate. Can you please support us tomorrow? Dude, I picked you guys to win. If you count that as support. Most people count it as a curse and they don't want to see that, but it's a form of support.
All the different options that you have to run these certain plays. And this is something that DRX, I dare say, would not be expecting to come in towards this series. So there's going to be a lot of adjustments that they have to try and figure out.
Hey, fair enough. They were
I believe in you
successful
guys.
adjusting in
I
this
do
first
believe in you
half.
guys
After
at the
all,
moment.
We'll see how that works out on the defense, where they definitely do need to do a lot more of
GG,
that.
nice try.
But so far, I mean, some successful moments from the likes of Hyunmin.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of what I said in the when LOTUS ended, right, as well. You know, Hyunmin had a little bit of a quieter map there, but his team was certainly firing, right? Sometimes you just get bottled up a little bit. You don't need to do anything, and your time can come a little bit later, right? This game of Valorant is a team game. Sometimes you can rely on your teammates to do something good. Sometimes, you know, you can sit back and just relax.
Okay, guys,
Right
now we
though,
have a
I don't
reason
think
if we lose. Yeah,
anyone's
I'll take that
relaxing in
burden
Tortoise
off you.
server
It's all
because of
good.
how tight this actually is, and the scoreboard doesn't really give it justice, right?
But honestly, please,
6
I
to
need my
DFM,
pick'ems are
and
in
then
the
2
bin,
back
mate.
over to DRX. Wow,
I
we're
need a
finding
win.
A lot of these different adjustments and opening kills, converting into some wins. I am keen to see, though, really, how DFM are going to structure this triple in it.
2 sheriffs. They go for the Gen G.
1-4 split. Closer towards
Late knife.
Mako to control it.
Well, that's kind of nice. The drone got no info, really. Knife goes out. It's going to hit the Omen, which means that the Omen... Oh, okay. I was going to say the Omen could be... It did enough, though. I mean, they got pro scores, right? This whole... Honestly, this whole Ascent has a lot of pro scores, but this is just... If the knife hits, then we salvo here and here. So, Mako getting hit by the knife actually worked out well. The recon clear over towards A main. Instant pressure's been...
But I'm also impressed, I mean, how deep that drone got.
Especially with the wall going out, they might be able to rotate heavy here. 3-person, and they get the flash behind them.
More rotations all across the map from DRX.
Wait, why are they moving away?
Timing on that dark cover as well, but the problem is
They really think they're going to have to go middle because of the wall?
By himself, and an Arcros can only do so much.
So he pulls himself back.
Feel sorry for Flashback here. He has got armor.
As much time as possible. DRX, the rest of them now trying to pull some attention.
Big jaw going on in B main as well.
Sets up for a bit of a
Oh.
flank. Coming back in, Jinba will find Bane. Now down towards Boathouse. Flashback still alive. Reloads. Right clicks.
No. Why do I feel sorry for this guy? He's just won the round. He actually has it all to do, and he's just killed everyone.
Needs more targets. Needs more space and time. The spike has been down. Finds a shot into Mako, and DRX knows that they've got time enough.
Just no time, really.
In for the flash.
Especially now.
Flashback. Dances around the walls. Gets the sheriff shot. Time gone in the cold.
Dude, Freeing's even around to get the kill straight off the time. 4-0 for the Pistols.
Flashback has done numbers around that B site there by himself. Because
Really
that's
rough
not
for
even playing
DFM.
on the back of any utility, by the way. That's just a classic and control. Good right clicks, good left clicks. I mean, the one on towards May, yeah, looks a little bit awkward, but the fact that he's just buying so much time and getting 3 kills there really sets up the team quite nicely. And I'm impressed by the right timing that DRX are throwing out that utility as well. You know, they're layering that approach really nicely, trying to just 100% all the stalling abilities. Not leaving too much space for DFM to exploit.
Might have been a rookie before, but Flashback certainly has.
Hey, he gets in the position to insta-dash.
Right
What do we do?
Not phased whatsoever in that little moment. Next round coming up, DFM stacked.
He wants to dash on this guy with a shorty.
Exactly as before from DRX.
Yeah, different look towards the utility at that B site though. It is just the standard pistols for DFM. You would generally expect this to not go
they're
their
slowly
way, though,
getting
right?
closer and
Already got
closer.
rotation from Bane now.
3-person holds. Salvo's recon, Omen
flash.
flash.
In towards the B main area as well.
May?
So it's a lot of information for DRX now. They are ready to receive. Here comes
May?
sprays,
No
May
way,
picks
wait,
up the
that's
Bulldog.
nuts from him.
A triple kill found.
That was...
Might be able to look for a
Dude,
little
this
bit
is such a
more.
sick
Kill
round.
wins away. Oh, here comes Hyunmin as well though. In towards
48
Tree
HP.
now, sandwiched into the site. Not quite able to get the spike down yet because of the door being broken apart.
Yeah, they'd be vulnerable if they tried.
So it's down to just Akame and May. Bit of a flash to buy time for the plant. May still keeping his crosshairs zoomed in.
So unlucky.
Hyunmin in with a frag. Akame looking for a flick,
dude,
but Hyunmin!
I'm pretty sure
Up
the
on other
third kill
side
is
as the
really
cloud burst
nice.
dissipates. It's going to be DRX finding yet
There's a
another
little
round.
micro adjustment
He's getting
between
his
them.
individual
Dude,
value
buys
showing
one
on this
shorty,
now,
nearly
isn't
wins
he?
the
All
rounds.
kills to be coming on through.
This is
Would
cool.
you like to see
Dude,
that?
I'm telling you, they're drilled on this
They're in
map.
there as well,
They'll beat
but
most
I gotta
people
say, this is
in
why I'm
Pacific on
hesitant
this
to
map.
say, like, these
Maybe
classic
there's like
pistols,
3
these
teams they
pistols,
won't.
they should
Oh,
get
RRQ
the
look kind of
round
nice at
because
Ascent,
you never
actually.
really know when May gets in your face.
Maybe they wouldn't be
Steals
RRQ.
away a gun. I
But
mean,
most
it
of the
can
other
look
teams, from
quite
what I've seen, I
awkward.
think they'll be alright. That's fast, dude.
That was crisp.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we were kind of missing, though, right? Last week, it was the kind of the question, like, where's May?
Here he is.
Well, he's back now.
What's your personal peak
6-8?
viewership? I have no idea, to be
Still
honest.
is a DRX round, but we'll see if DFM can find more momentum. But here comes a Tiles Crunch. Classic play. and it keeps DFM at bay. Flashback in for a bit of a burst, but still DFM able to hold back.
Yeah.
They find shots.
Yeah, they went for a vision
DRX,
strikers.
and now Mako needs
Try to
to
catch him
retrieve
off.
weapons.
Yeah, but you forced out a little bit of this early re-clear. You
Kind of just about damage now for DRX.
You know, try and make it a winnable scenario. I like the attempts from DRX, don't get me wrong. Couldn't quite execute it the way that they would have envisioned.
And that's why you got to give credit to DFM for being able to.
Dude, is that
react
my
in kind
peak?
to a play like that.
24k.
Absolutely.
That's
And now it comes
mental.
down to what your initiative is for the rest of the round, right? Are you looking for any orbs before dying?
what was that,
Are you looking to
Lexi?
just hold all your weaponry.
That's
as
a raid.
DFM? I mean,
That has to be a
you
raid.
certainly would
I
like
think that's
to,
a
but
raid.
Are they aware of the fact that freeing has top mid?
That has to be a
Yes.
pity
Yes, they
raid
are.
from someone
Good job,
big,
Mako, mate.
man. That's an
So now
FNS or
just a
Tarek
Mako
pity raid. For sure.
holding up around spawn.
That has to
around
be.
B,
I wonder what my
where-
legit
oh, the Odin gets spotted
highest
out.
is.
Mako back in towards the site, and that's when Jinbeng will find the trade off of a little bit
Double
of
raid. Solman
Still
FNS.
keeping it
Oh
quite
my
tight in
goodness,
the
the
map now
heroes.
in terms of the score line again, just
And that's honestly,
forget
that
we have a
alone
lot
is
of
why I'll
rounds in
pick NRG
consecutive
for their
to
next game.
flow on the
Who are they
first
playing?
half. This is where we'll start to see some of these differences on these gun rounds, right? And that's where a lot of people will
Playing
be,
G2? Oh,
hoping,
okay.
ready
Whoa,
for it,
whoa,
excited
who?
for it.
Chat.
Yeah, still a
No,
question for DRX.
chat.
I mean, they've been successful.
I take it back instantly.
Will they make it clean? Yes, the op in hand.
I instantly take it back.
Will it be expected? I mean, you'll
Oh.
count your credits, right? You'll know that someone's nearing the amount to be able to purchase it. Heavy investment though for Hyunmin.
A bit of an intentional start from GN as well. But really nothing so far, just a bit more information as DFM begins to make their way into the B site.
Oh, good amount of chip damage actually with that one on towards May.
Happy to
Big
launch
buy
in a
round.
second.
5.
Yeah, but now we've got
5 people
shock
can't buy,
darts
2
as
people
well.
can't buy.
You got your drone, you got your dart.
Actually,
Recreate
8 the shock
information too.
darts. 1 minute mark, but they kind of get a little bit of A main
Unfortunately,
control.
DFM
Close
not gonna
mid
be able
and
to
B main.
capitalize
B main
upon
just
that. They can start
got,
to make their
okay,
rotations
one
towards
recon
this
went
A
over
side
towards
where you
B
do
main,
have
but it only got
flashbacks
1
set up.
scan before he
Because
shot
nobody
it,
on
so there was
DFM
still a little bit
really
of
got
pressure.
top-powered into towards B main. They don't really know
AO
what this
goes
utility
in,
is.
clears close
And
to
that's
push
gonna
up
be quite
short,
the
and then
problem,
clears a
isn't
lot
it?
of sight.
So DFM trying to scrounge or connect the dots in together into an A site.
I think they can make this a little bit
DRX have
better,
already
but
sussed everything out.
Yeah.
Even with the Armageddon spent, the paranoia
was-
keeps them away.
I like
so
the idea.
early as well, where you've
Yeah.
just lost all of the value.
Tried to go in for the rush, but here comes freeing. Ooh, in with a spray transfer. Down to the next player, and that's just May. Alongside Art inside of A main. Freeing finds him as well. And that's flashback.
okay, very, very brutal.
Flawless to come through from DRX.
Chat, did
I
anyone
mean,
see where May used his
they
dash?
managed to not
Did he
really
use it in
overplay their
B
hands
main
too much
early?
in that situation too, right?
Before
When
they
you've got those
got-
shock darts going into B main, they don't get too
Before
hungry
they
to
got
try and
hit by
reclaim
everything?
space in there. Bane finds the opener, and then you've got
'Cause
all
I
your
feel like
numbers around this A side.
They
The
had
reason
the
I
dash
highlight
here with the
Vice
Teo, would have been pretty
utility,
nice, but
you know, is going to be important around this A side is because DFM didn't go too far forward in towards B main. They didn't bait
but
out any of the
20k
utility of
without a
what's
raid
exactly on the
during
side.
game
Sheer
changes
wall being
because of the
really
tile drop.
important if you're
Man,
trying to
we're
go for
we're
these,
actually getting carried by
your
everyone
A
else.
pincers as well, if you can have
FNS and
anything
Som
towards
and
B main.
Valorant are
So
carrying us.
They kind of showed their hand a little bit way too
Kinda
early,
crazy.
So DRX able to read all of it. Now same setup.
We're not
again.
fighting the fraud
Off in
allegations.
hand as well. Fired off a shot down mid. Ooh.
Yeah, done it already, but can't.
Yeah, setting yourselves up for an A
Completed that one. Thanks for checking in
He was a
there.
little bit more committed this time, but
Yeah.
you've got that sheer wall in your face.
That's it, and it's going to be so hard to bait that out. Flashback finds Arkham to start off.
And that's a spray through the smoke as well. Now look at this entire pinch down in towards tree. Okay, Stinger spray.
No.
Dude,
Dude, I was looking at him just go like ever so slightly to the side. Like, no, don't move.
The half bite somewhat paying off.
He did great to get that one kill though.
The wickets here.
Flashback has gone for a little bit of a
Flashback
play,
nowhere.
and
Unfortunately, the shot's not quite connecting, so flashback
the
able to
trade
spin
is
back
in
around,
though.
but GN will be
That's a
happy
great
going
shot.
for the trade. Now Bane up onto the site. Hyunmin in with the op as well.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
rough.
barrel spotted. That's the round. DRX.
It's a shame they got some okay stuff on this map. I feel like if they'd won a pistol, it would be incredibly close. This was just an eco though, so maybe there's still a little bit of hope.
The Steel Garden of Flashback, because when you consider the kills that were found towards Tree, there's some guns.
Team Liquid Academy watch
so
parties, dude. I can't, mate. I
I
have to sleep.
You
I
don't
have to
want
sleep
them
at
to be
one
able to
point.
retrieve any
What's
of
the
these big
time?
weapons. So you ult in, you
Is
make
it
them
4
go
my
back down
time?
towards
There's a
these
small
pistols.
chance
You
that
buy yourself enough time. You
there's
buy
a small
enough time
chance
to
that
jump in to get back over here as well. So some
that I
great,
can,
some great little
if I
just
sleep.
recognition components there from DRX, but this is the important round back. This is the guns back for DFM, and they're fast up mid here.
Okay, May. It's time to pull off some of those magic, but
Yeah, this own flash is
Yeah, the
incredible.
paranoia. Really impactful from Marco there, and before the smoke is able to land, Jien's
They
just
lose
already
every
on
time
the
I
line.
watch.
Oh,
Not all the
that's
times.
rough.
Marco's in the
Just
Matrix.
majority.
He sees all of it before it actually happens. Stuck and trapped inside of B main now. And if you do try to look for the exit out back from tiles,
Lexi can't say it.
Yep. You need to really dig deep and deliver something huge here for DFM to get back in towards this one. When they've got no smokes either, you want to play on some sneaky traps, and that's what they attempt to do over at that lane, but Bane's able to just dodge it.
that's where, you know, you got triple initiator. Yes, you've got a lot of utility, but it's not going to amount to too much.
Yeah, there's the info though. That info is crucial for the next couple of seconds. You can't spam the wall, of course, on the back of it, but you know that there's a bit of a trap play around here. That's nice.
Okay. And even with all that information, Flashback comes in to bolster the support around the site.
Yeah, you gotta save. This round is done. This round is essentially done when those first kills came out.
Yeah,
because
there's been a couple of
lost your
rounds where
smokes.
like either
Even with the C,
May
though.
goes down early, that's this one, or like May
Yeah, you lose your smokes as GM.
has no
there's not
dash
really an avenue
because
back
their
in towards
initial
the big side
idea
as well
gets
when
shut
you've already got
down,
numbers.
and then
Those salvos come in
it
at the
just
right time.
looks
that dark
incredibly
range, gorgeous,
hard.
all the info you want.
It's the Vice, man.
What's that?
The Vice looks horrible to play against.
I think DFM need to have a really good chit chat.
Well, before they can even get to that, can they hold on to their guns? The spike
One.
clanks onto the ground. Jinbo!
MIBR better than NRG right now? I think so.
Well, here we go.
I kind of have MIBR as the
Off to
second
the
best at the
11th.
moment in Americas, but
I believe timeout is called.
or at least I think they'll
but
get to the second
the other
best.
thing is, with this loss as well, the economy.
Yeah, I mean, there was an importance on having those two guns, you know, be available for the next round. But the problem is they didn't know if their own spawn, you know, is in enemy territory at that point in time, right? They hadn't even managed to
World's
really get
biggest
into the
crew
B side to
hater.
count how
I have
many
them
numbers
third
they
if that
were.
helps
So
you.
Really, really rough.
Sentinels
stages
are
for
flip-flop.
DFM.
Like on their day, Sentinels
And
can be
you need
second.
A really big blessing
but-
in this timeout to go your way.
On average, they're probably like fourth.
It's gonna be though. Coach Northern Lights trying to cook up something, but you still got to deal with, you know, Hyunmin on the op.
If you're
Vice
coming
plays
out
well.
if you're coming out on the back of this timeout with something fast, right?
MIBR
the
top 2
problem
and not
is,
that top
how
heavy.
fast can
I
it be when
mean,
you're running an
the thing
Astra?
is,
Because you see
I
the
would say
stars on the
MIBR
floor,
crew
you know,
and
when the
Sentinels are
barriers
very
about to go
close. I
down.
just think that
So you can have a
MIBR
quick little read as DRX,
more
right?
potential
If
from
they
what I've
have
seen.
Bane at the right spot, a good dart on one of these back of the walls.
I can just
you
see
know,
like
anything coming out to the site
MIBR
is
going on
revealed.
a
You've
run.
really only got
Like
May
the
who
players
can
are good
be able
enough for them to
switch
go
into
on a
his own
run.
Cloudburst where he won't get revealed.
C9, like a
It's
solid
just
fifth at the
quite
moment.
difficult. You know, are you trying to Cosmic Divide here, combine it with the Nightfall? Spreading around the map as DFM right now, not really. Playing more of a passive
I think
default.
MIBR or
Absolutely
crew can
right.
win the Masters. I give
DRX
them a
could
similar
even
percentage
surprise
to
them as well off
DRX.
of this timeout. They've got a
This goes
lot
back
of
to my
money
whole
in their
thing
bank.
yesterday.
Yep.
I think that Americas has
So round
more
loss wouldn't be the
teams
worst
that
in the
can win a
world, but here
Masters because I think they
comes
have more people that I would
Hyunmin
give like
happy
a
to go in for a
2%
peek.
chance
Oh, he spotted out Akame.
than to be a 2%.
Kami might have spotted
like
him out on
DRX.
the map as well, so they're
Yeah.
paying a lot of respect.
But we saw what 2% could do earlier. Or
But
3%
look
at least.
At Art as well. Will he be able to, you know, pull off something sneaky? Maybe not yet. The team's still trying to scuttle around B main.
I mean, as long
DRX
as
is a
Marco
2% to win a
good with
Masters.
these
I mean, yeah,
refreshing
if they
smokes,
went into a Masters with 12
some time,
teams,
at least
I would give them
enough for- I was
2%.
going to say Hyunmin to get a shot
If
anyone
like
picks out Bane, but
T1
there's more information
if
again on
T1,
that dart. Bane
EDG,
has been
Oh,
so
Hyunmin.
good
and all
for
those other
these.
teams are there, yeah.
Ooh, but at least Art will be able to alleviate some of that pressure. The
T1
op has
Vitality,
been deleted.
EDG.
I think
You'd be
May was
giving
kind of sussing
majority of
around
them
the edge
like
of the smoke
20.
as well. Hasn't found any traps or sheer walls.
I just think there's a
so
gap at the moment
this
between
could
those
be-
teams.
Yeah.
Do you rotate to the A side on the back of that, though? You don't. You leave Art to his own devices, and you kind of just try and set yourselves up for some smokes in towards the B site. maybe you do just have the Nightfall in and split into the site.
Take the rounds that you can get. So trying to sell a little
What are the
bit more
chances of
in towards the A
EDG?
side. It's gonna
Probably like
be
more like a 20. I would kind of give
Armageddon out from free.
EDG,
Nothing found. And
Vitality,
here comes May into the site.
E1,
Cosmic divided up as well. Bane has been sussed
G2,
out.
all
Mako
around the same
snuffed out
percentage.
as well.
And then that fills up like 80%, and then every other team takes up 2%. It just feels like there's a gap at the moment until we see proven stuff.
You wait before getting in towards the B site. You find your 2
Not even at
kills.
5%? Yeah, but if I give DRX 5% and I'm giving all those other teams 20%, I got
Consider turning on towards some damage, right?
8 more, 7, I got 7 more teams that I have to spread between 15%. Pretty rough. Maybe it would average out to like 3%.
Site. Flashback on the other hand, just off for the long save.
Yeah, get the operator back in for Hyunmin in the next round.
Exits around B main would be great.
Or they know Freeing's in main from the 0 point. He's stuck.
Oh, but is he really, or are you stuck in there with him? He's able to find a double. Look at that! What a dig!
Good damage.
Salvo's off as well,
Good
and then
damage.
looks for the hunt into his third kill, but Akame at least will be able to keep him honest. So not too bad of a round for DFM.
Not too bad, but losing those guns at the end there, I mean, they will have a small
I
effect.
get that, but
coming in
otherwise
towards
you would
this next
assume it's
round.
10 times
Light
more
shields,
likely
they got
that
sort of
Vitality would win a
tail glimpse of
Masters.
the Regent
Yeah,
shield as
I
well,
think that's
so you do
right.
have to consider
That's
what
roughly where I
Freeing
have
has
it.
just provided you for this next round if it wasn't the round in the previous.
Do you know how
just
hard it
then.
is to actually like
Some good
go
ideas
all the
from
way?
DFM, right?
Like
I
I
think just
don't,
recognizing the
from
fact
what I've
that
seen, I
after
don't
Art
think
gets
they
that
can.
first kill,
Can
that
I?
they
Do I think they
really
can get like
play
a
on the
third,
patient side of
fourth
things.
shot?
I mean, DFM
But
are happy
to do
play
a
patient,
full
but
run, they would have to
sometimes
beat a G2, beat an EDG, beat a
well.
Vitality,
if DRX play the
beat
same
like the people
game
that I kind of
often,
rate on the same level in
back
terms of
in.
MIBR crew,
Takes
Sentinels.
a while for those salvos to meet in towards main. So do you have an idea?
And then
that
eventually
Artists
maybe you get
work
like
a little bit
heretics in
again?
there if they get back to
Drone,
old
not gonna
form.
spot anything directly.
Don't know, we'll
Now
have to
Drone at the
see.
same time though to put Hyunmin on the line and find May, who has been such a crucial player to have to get in.
How much did we give T1 a kickoff? Oh, I would have given them like a 2% to be honest. Maybe like a
little bit of that
at best
dive
5%.
0 point now as well.
Well, not a little.
They went for an absolute run though,
Dive factor.
Yeah.
and I do think they
I was trying to be
their
calm.
biggest win condition was the
You know
double
what?
duelist maps,
At least DFM still with the 4 players looking for any possible picks.
and they did it. Yeah, that's why
have
you
to
give
go
them a
all the way,
percent.
though.
You
have
can't
to
fully
stretch
count them
into
out.
mid. You've still got the Vice utility over at
Chad,
A,
you guys
where
know
that
how
wall
percentages
gives
work,
you
right?
all the
Out of
information.
100,
Marco spotted out, dealing with that
you
drone,
can go on a
but
run.
Hyunmin
You
on
can
the line
improve
again.
it better.
Good for another one.
DRX knows exactly that as well, and they know what
Nope. Okay, that
DFM
explains a
are
lot.
looking for, and hence they are able to play around these positions. That said, though, Freeing was taken down. Mako already in position to
30 seconds
play
left.
around as well.
If you lose control as well and you're null commanding into the side, I was going to say Bane has a Hunter's Fury, but that actually removes it. Still, you got to contend with 2 players on this B site.
At least no utility might help them out a little bit, but still.
It's
this
also
one,
harder for DRX
look
to
at
win the
Hyunmin.
others because it'd be a
Repeats back
12-person
in, but
tournament.
Not quite finding the right position. Swap over to the shorty, but still the kill from
10
Art.
seconds left.
Trying to find the round. Can't quite pick up the fallen
Ah,
teammate.
dude, it's
But
unlucky.
Here comes the flash from Mako.
Yeah, I had to win
Flashback
that
as
duel.
well, and it's gonna be the round for DRX. They've brought things up to match and series point.
Point.
Yeah, they've brought a little bit of stability now, haven't they? Pissed around second round, only losing the bonus, and then it's been 4 clean runs in a row. I say clean, there's been some shakes, but all in
Why do
all,
you think there's a
pretty
big gap
good
at the
for
moment?
them.
It's
Feels like
just
a couple of
just
these ideas
new
on the side
new
of
teams,
DFM are a little bit flat. You
new
know, you've
teams,
got
new
a
meta,
lot
new
of
maps.
need on May to be able to open up some space.
hard to
and
get
yeah, the
really good
triple
at 7
initiator
maps.
Can clear a lot with the utility as well, right? But that's in a perfect world. That's in a world where DRX
G2 and
are
EDG
kind of
have an
letting you
advantage
just drop all
because
of that
they
utility, and we are not
have
really seeing that.
a similar core for a long time, and then
Right,
T1 and Vitality are kind of in the same boat where they just
Yeah,
have
now you gotta,
better
you
players
actually
than a
contend
lot
with
of the other
Flashback's
teams.
utility if you want to try and bait out the shear wall. You've then got the thorns. You've already got repositions where you can.
But
lay
other
out
teams
some
will catch up.
salvos as well. This comp that DRX are running, you know, could very well be. I think Big Time called it nicely. It could very well be this new meta comp of Ascent. It's got a lot of the valuable items that you have in the old, you know, Killjoy KOs over blah blah blah.
Especially on this defense. I think out of the entire second half, DFM have only found 1 successful round. So much control over B right now as well. DFM just not quite able to find too much. They can't even get a pinch on towards Hyunmin. No idea where he is. But here comes Armageddon
Flashback.
and a couple more
Flashback is
executes in.
stuck.
But yeah, everything's been locked off. Flashback.
Oh, he got out.
They're both in the same pose though.
Able to keep himself
Oh,
alive.
nice shot.
Here comes a bit of pinch out from Jinbung though, looking for their frags, but oh, crouched right underneath. Bane will be able to put him down into the ground.
That's rough.
Now
It's a rough
found as
attack
well.
off.
Now they finally pop the shear, but they can't even get in.
Yeah, this is all almost over. One more kill and it's just May. 4 targets right up in front, but he cannot find anything.
Yeah, very, very
whereas
nice.
DRX have taken everything. The final score at the end of the map on Ascent, 13-8. It's a